name is Lindsay Forkel, and yes, I like reading Amish books. Now, let me just preface by saying that is not a common opinion for people under the age of probably 70 years old, but I'm going to explain to you why I like reading Amish books if you just stick with me for a second. Like I said, my name is Lindsay Forkel. I'm an avid Christian reader and author, and I read Amish books for a multitude of reasons, but let me tell you the number one. I can always be assured that it is going to be a clean book. Now, when you look out at the book market today, you will see that many of the books have some sort of spice or foul language in it, or even just themes that don't honor God. And I personally don't enjoy reading it. I feel conviction whenever I try to read things like that. Not that I've done it intentionally, but I've had books where I've been like, well, I've read halfway through this book. It's pretty good. You know, if it's just a little thing, I can just kind of push through it. Come on, I can just push through it. But I don't feel like that is what I am meant to read as a Christian. I mean, it is a personal conviction, but I also don't feel like it honors God in general. Now, many people don't agree with me on this. They say, you know, the Lord created all things, so why can't you read about all things? But I don't believe that it's meant for you to be read about. I don't think it's meant for you to read a fiction in that light. And so I personally enjoy reading Amish books. And let me tell you about the first one that got me started. So this one's called An Amish Home. It is actually 4 books in one. This is the first Amish book that I ever read. I got it secondhand. These are probably my 3 main authors that I like. One of them I don't really read as often, so I'm not going to mention her. But Beth Wiseman, Amy Clipston, and Kathleen Fuller, which all 3 of those authors also, I don't know about Beth Wiseman, but Kathleen Fuller and Amy Clipston both have other books that are not Amish as well. They are not Amish writers. I don't know how that works necessarily, if Amish people can write fiction about Amish people, because I know that's kind of sacred. You know, I don't know that, but I will say they are Christians and they are the ones who write it. And I will also say, which I keep saying that a lot, I can always tell that it points to God. There are discussion questions, so you can put this into a Bible study. Most times, Amish or books like this that are like Amish novellas, they have discussion questions, so you can really think about what you're reading. Which to me, most good books do have discussion questions, so you're not just reading something for reading it, but there's a little bit more to it. I have probably, if I had to guess, probably around like 50 Amish books, and that's mostly because, now this sounds really depressing, but I'll get them secondhand from older people who decide to donate them to thrift stores or whatever, and I'll find them practically everywhere. They have them at Ollie's, which is kind of growing. I know that it's more of like a southern thing, but it's kind of growing out there. Ollie's usually has them for $2 to $3. And like I said though, one of the main reasons why I like them is because they're like Hallmark movie books, or Hallmark publishing books, where I can trust them, which is very hard today. I've read Christian books. I got halfway through a Christian book recently, and it was literally about like a church, and I had to like just put it down because I was like, whoa, that got really graphically inappropriate, and I can't read that. I'm not going to read that. And I've heard many people say, you know, I'm an adult, so I can read whatever I want, but the point isn't I can read whatever I want. I can do whatever I want. I have free will. But that doesn't necessarily mean that I want to do whatever I want. And it doesn't necessarily mean that I want to read whatever trash I want, because I don't think that's growth. To me, that's immature. And so I can always trust them. They have God faith-based. It also makes me very curious. I know that I will never become Amish from reading an Amish book, but I will say it makes me very curious about the communities. I feel like they have a lot of things right in the world. I personally enjoy that they, you know, are very locally sourced, family oriented, you know, they do a lot of their own things. They have hard work ethics. You know, there are good things that you can pull out of it, which I can't say for most books. And so that is personally why I read Amish books. I think that they're very interesting. Try it out. I'm 19 and I read them. And most people who I see that read them are like 75. But you know what? I like what I like and I'm happy with it. So not everyone has to like it. Don't forget to like and subscribe this though. And thank you for watching. Bye.